To get started with the recap today, I'm going to regale you guys with a little song, all right, of my people. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We throw the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number one. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number one. 70-20. Straight Madden numbers. All right. This recap's not gonna be long because what else can I say? Those 10 touchdowns. 10. You know how much that is? One more than 9. Mm-hmm. All right, which is one like 11. Yes, and it's like 8 touchdowns too many for a game. All right, like it's ridiculous. The entire Broncos squad should be fired. Like everybody, like the janitor, the the person who built the stadium. Like they should all just be fired because you that was just embarrassing.
Wasn't it at home for my name?
It was our home opener. That was the first game that you gave the fans.
And you did it like that.
And you did it like that. It's I've never seen anything like that. Not only have I never seen anything like that, usually the Dolphins would be the ones getting whooped. So for us to be the one doing that to a team, and there's even more to it. Sean Payton last year when he wasn't playing, when he was doing his little talking nonsense, he was doing like, Tua's gonna be replaced by Teddy Bridgewater halfway through the season. Put 70 on your bitch ass.
Right. Is it true that the coach of the Dolphins used to be the towel boy or
he
something?
Used, yeah, he
the Broncos.
Yep, that's he was crazy. The towel boys of Broncos.
How the hell do you go from towel boy to this is like Ted Lasso? Have you watched Ted Lasso?
I haven't, but I've heard good things.
There's a literal the kit boy becomes one of the coaches.
It was probably a story about him.
How the hell does that?
Because hey, when you know what you're doing,
I hope not, because he was a dick in the show.
But he's a great coach. He's an awesome weird guy. To even put more on Sean Payton was when the season started. He was like how he was talking about like last season Broncos had the worst coaching job, so he was like throwing Nathaniel Hackett under the bus. Mm-hmm. Nathaniel Hackett would never let 70 put on him. So now you look worse, and I don't got a problem with it.
All I know is Russell Wilson number 1 was not to blame. Just Russell Wilson number 2 did a good job.
In case you want to know, Russell Wilson number 2 is Tua because they apparently look alike, which I see it. I do see it. But yeah, Russell didn't. It wasn't his fault. Yeah, the defense's fault. Yeah, Sutton dropped 2 fumbles. I'm sorry. Sutton had 2 catches that he fumbled, and I want to say fumbled. Javon Hodlin being a mess, being a menace, punched the ball out twice. Yes.
Russell Wilson has some good ass deep throws too.
No, he's one of the best. I'm pretty sure he is the best deep throw quarterback. He had 300 yards in the game, so it's like
what?
I thought you were about to say something.
Yeah. I thought you said something. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah, mine out the gutter.
I don't know. I missed it, but pause. But Russell had like 300 yards. I think he had 2 touchdowns, whatever, and 1 interception. Whatever. He didn't have a bad game, but the defense let him put up 70. Like, what you want him to do? You want him to put up 70? Like, this hasn't been done since 1950, 1940, something like that. And then there's the whole discussion about because it was 70-20. And there was still like 8 minutes in the game left, which is ridiculous. So it could have been 85. Like the thing is,
there's no mercy rule.
No, there's no mercy rule. But the
clock run.
But McDaniel Gate showed them mercy because the record for most points in the game was 72, and we just needed a field goal, and he decided to take the knee. And people are like, "Oh, I would have went for it." And I was like, "I would have went for it because yeah." But when he explained it, it made sense. He was talking about like, he's like, some stuff, but then he said karma. And I said, yes, because as a Miami Dolphin fan, the last thing we need is bad karma. We've had enough bad karma. So I'm like, yeah, that's all the explanation I needed. You did the right thing. You showed some humility. All right. You let it alone. You're like, we're good. it's already 70-20. Like, but then the other thing is, I don't trust Jason Sanders. So imagine, because he saved Jason Sanders. Because imagine we go for that field goal and he misses it. Now you just kept us from getting the record.
because he was 3 and 14 the last time we
something
talked.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Lord
so, maybe that would have gotten him fired, but let me not.
He did say it, man.
Yo, what's up, Squabble fam? Give you all a quick recap of the very, very, very depressing Falcons game this past Sunday. We faced the Lions. Was it, 21-6? That was, oof. We didn't look too good in that game. Offensive line is pass blocking is not it. Defense did all they could, but they eventually got tired. Desmond Ridder, we ain't gonna even speak on you, bro, right now. Come on, you on the watch list, bro. You need to get right, bro. For real. But I also want to talk about the Dolphins putting up 70 points on the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson, you need to ride yourself back into retirement, because you not it, bro. And Sean Payton, bro, why did you come back to coach? You come on, bro. You're not doing yourself a favor there. 70 points is crazy. Miami they looking nice. I don't even think nice is the right word. They looking great. You feel me? Like, it's dope. But Tua for MVP. You know, Tua he's gonna go crazy in the playoffs. Tyreek Hill going crazy, leading the league in receiving yards. That's Tyreek Hill. What do you expect? Come on now. Fastest man in the league. Easy, come on. Yeah, there you go. A quick little update.
My squad are the Gamecocks. I've been rocking with them since I graduated from the University of South Carolina, UHA. And I love what we're doing right now. We did beat a great team last week. We did good against Georgia the week before that. And the division we play in is always hard, but we always do our thing. Let's go, Cox.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a football update, but I do have a basketball update. Season is right around the corner. Official rosters are due by the time this video comes out on Thursday. In a couple days, it's due October 3rd. A couple teams I'm looking for just to see what their roster looks like are the Cavaliers, the Lakers. I just wanted to have some two-way signings that did very well during the summer league. I want to see if they keep them, drop them down to the G League. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I would like to see players like Demoy Hodge, first ever British Virgin Islands professional basketball player to come through the gate. He's got some weight he's got to put on. He did very well in the summer league. Very good defensive player, very good three-point shooter. But I think if it were up to me, I think they should give him a shot. But that's a big stage, though. Like, that's a big stage and that's a lot of weight. Not only are you like, it's different when you're first in the family. Yeah, it's different when you're like first in the family, first in your neighborhood, but first in your country. Goes to the NBA, like.
Yeah, we'll see. Let him develop first.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking out for him. And then Cavs, just a personal interest. I have a friend whose brother, Craig Porter, now play. He's a two-way signee as well, undrafted. So that's just a personal thing to see what they do with him. But I didn't really watch him as much during the summer league, but definitely looking for like Demoy Hodge, see what he does. Rep the British Virgin Islands. We'll see.
I mean, as I rep my Miami team, so the Heat are kind of scaring me because they haven't really done anything. I mean, we got Josh Richardson back, I guess, with him. Right?
Ooh, you know who's a slept-on player for y'all?
I don't know.
Really slept-on player? Caleb Martin.
Oh no,
Caleb
we love
Martin.
Caleb Martin. After the playoffs. Oh, you.
But people were talking shit. Caleb Martin is a basketball player. Oh, obviously you know that. Plays for the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. He used to play in the Hornets with his twin brother Cody. He got dropped from the team. People were talking shit about him. Obviously got picked up by the Heat. Did very well. He was a very good relief for Jimmy Butler. I don't know. A lot of people talk shit about him.
He won us the Boston series. Like
A
he
lot of
was
people
the.
call him the other brother because he got dropped. Cody stayed with the Hornets.
Yeah.
He got dropped.
But
There's a
Caleb,
lot of
but
brothers.
Caleb became the better one.
There's a lot of brothers. There's another twin duo that just got drafted this past
I heard about
spring.
them, yeah.
Amen Thompson and Ashir Thompson. I might be butchering the second name. There are other brothers in the league, so I just couldn't. I was thinking about this, like, if me and Johan were in closer age, like, of course, it's one of those, like, let it be. It is what it is. Cool, we both made it. That's very rare, but, like, the constant comparison. Like, imagine Steph Curry's brother.
Oh,
Like,
Seth.
one of the best shooters to ever touch a basketball, and you have a brother who's in the league with you, shoots not as good, but he shoots very well. People don't ever talk about it. They always talk about his brother, his older brother. And it's like, that's crazy. Yeah. And then you got Lonzo. I think the only two siblings that don't get talked about like that are Lonzo and LaMelo, because
LaMelo's so much better.
one, Lonzo's hurt,
Yeah.
but Lonzo's IQ is very, very good. And LaMelo just plays
has
like
everything.
he's playing backyard
He just has
basketball.
everything.
He's having fun.
Yeah, he just has everything.
He does.
Like I didn't take them seriously. Like first, like I Lonzo won me over. You know, because
Which one? Where? And he went to the Pelicans while he was with the Lakers.
Pelicans. Yeah.
Okay.
The Lakers were not utilizing him correctly, or at least well enough. Like I'm not the biggest. I'm not a big basketball brain, but like it didn't look like it was. It didn't look right.
When he went to the Pelicans, is that not when his shot changed?
That's
I
when
remember
he
he used to have an ugly ass
Yeah,
shot.
that's when it got better.
Yeah.
Like I started, I'm like, okay, I like it. Like, get away from the Lakers stuff, and then LaMelo. Like I didn't watch college basketball at the time, so I was like, no, it's just another one of them Ball brothers. They're just shoving them in there. And then I saw him play. I said, oh no, this kid for real.
I don't think the Lakers were not. I mean, I think it's deeper than that. Like his rookie year, they had nobody in terms of like vets. There were a bunch of young guys. Josh Hart, Kuzma was the second
He came
year.
in before LeBron came, right?
Yeah, his second year is when LeBron and AD joined, and not AD, Rondo joined. But it's like their first year, like you have no vets to like show you the way. It's kind of just like a bunch of first round picks just going out there, and I think a new not new to the league, but a new coach was like a new coach with a new team trying to figure shit out. They don't have vets to show them the way. And then they brought LeBron in his second year, and then Rondo, and kind of like
I think it was for me. It was just I guess there was just too many names on the team, so I wasn't like I didn't really care about Lonzo Ball.
Brandon Ingram. They both went to the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram's still there.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
But I'm more so looking forward to like the roster drop because of what I talked about. But I'm looking forward to.
Speaking of Pelicans, man, like Zion, man, you need to play a full season. We need to get. He's too good.
On what he's doing in his personal life.
I'm skipping that.
Let's talk about keeping personal, professional separate.
I'm skipping that. I'm talking about as a basketball player because he is way too good. Like he's shown it because like he's shown it, but like within 2 months he's injured and gone for the like. But we need that because he's just. I don't want him to be one of those busts because of injury. I don't want to be like a Greg Oden or whatever.
Speaking of that, and then we'll wrap up the sports talk. Just a simple yes or no if you can. Do you think Lonzo Ball's coming back?
This season?
No. He's already confirmed he's not coming back this season. But do you think he's coming back?
Like to play like how he...
Or just to play, period. And if
do
you think he can...
I think he's coming back. I don't know if he can reach where he was before.
But when you have an IQ like that, the rest will just flow.
Yeah, I think he could still
flow.
do... Yeah, he could
Passing
definitely still facilitate.
Yeah, the passing should be... Maybe the shooting will take some time. The shooting was already...
Yeah. I don't know if he won't be 100%, but
the thing about it is like, I don't know, because this was like he had an interview with somebody, and it was like he said he felt bad for the GMs of the Bulls because that was the first time he was ever like part of the decision making. Like they built a team around him, and he gets hurt. So like when you build a team around somebody and that person gets hurt, it's like one, who do you obviously you got to figure out who fills in, will that person that fills in still be able to facilitate? Because you literally built a team around A, and then A is gone because of injury. And then my follow, this is obviously just us in the room, but like when it comes to like contracts and players, like how long it's too long to be waiting for somebody to be healthy. Not saying I don't want him to come out, but it's like, man, 2 years. This will be third year.
Yeah.
3 years of waiting and surgeries, like doctor after doctor, and it's
I
like,
mean that's what kind of goes into the Zion thing too, because it's like if same shit happens this year, like I wouldn't keep him as the Pelicans. Like it's a tough decision because you don't keep him because yeah, exactly. So like say we don't keep him, but then he happens to be healthy. He goes to Miami.
Oh hell no.
He goes to Miami, gets into the Heat culture. Next thing you know, we're winning 8 championships with Zion.
Hell no. You know who else is slept on? Ice Trey. Trae Young is not.
He's really good. He's just not on the right team.
What?
Yeah.
They call him the coach killer.
Yeah.
They say because they want him to be because he is the franchise player, they cycle through coaches. Like in his this will be his 5th year coming up. They've gone through 3 coaches because it doesn't fit like him. I'm sure there's other outside factors, but like, it's heavily based on like you don't fit Trey's coaches. So Trey said like, of course this is the NBA, so you can't do backyard basketball shit. But he was like in his dream world, his perfect coach is like somebody that's like just do you, like, and that's a PG's dream. That's a point guard dream where you could just run your offense the way you want. And in my opinion, because I play a little basketball, no. PG is the hardest position on the court. In my opinion, the point guard, because
you're technically running
the point guard runs the offense. He calls the plays. He tells them he's the quarterback of basketball.
That's Musa and Swagger.
Yeah. So he's like, the point guard's success is not measured on how many points, how many assists. Theirs is literally measured on if you won or lost. Because you control so much of the game. Did your team win or not? And there's some games, of course, where it's like, oh, it was this person or that person. You missed this much. But like most of it, they go back to the point guards. Like you didn't run the right play. It's not like football where the coach is on the. It's not as much as football where the coach is on the sideline with the earpiece. It's more so like what you see in the moment and what you tell them to do, and they run it because they're supposed to, because you're the captain on the court. So it's like point guard, when you have I could see that being a point guard dream. Was like a coach tells you just do you, versus you're not a passing type of point guard, or your team's not a passing type of team, and then they're telling you to pass, or stuff like that. So it's like if this new coach that's starting this year, he's not new to the league, he's new to the team. If he can let Trey run free, just go to Miami and play defense. And oh my God, everybody can't go to Miami. We can try. They got Hero, you got Butler,
we have Hero tentatively because I feel like they're trying, because I'm pretty sure he's being shopped for Lillard, but now it's saying Toronto has the best chance. I don't want to lose Hero though. I think
who's going to Toronto?
No, they said right now Toronto seems the strongest to get Lillard. Because I think they've been asking for like too much, and even Miami Hero they probably want Bam and Hero or something.
Ooh, they can get Bam.
No, he's not on the. He's not. They're not shopping Bam. I want to give him Lowry and
Kyle Lowry. Dang, he still plays.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I want to give him Lowry and like some G League guy and some money. Just take the money, bro. Like y'all rebuild it. Just take the money.
Would you take a G League spot?
Yes.
With the guarantee? Really? Would you take a G League spot and start with the guarantee of 2 games? You'll get 2 uniform call-ups. Like you may not even play. You definitely won't start. Or be guarantee you're never gonna play but you get a roster spot on a regular basketball roster. Because I think it's 14 players per squad.
I don't know. I feel like the G League one, because I can at least like play above my weight, and then that might lead to me playing more as opposed to just knowing I'm never gonna play.
I feel like the people who are money oriented will pick NBA because you should, as an NBA roster slot, get paid more than the G League slot. But people that are doing it for the love of basketball, sitting on the bench does nothing for you. But at least G League, you get to play and facilitate and show. Even if it's like, I always grew up in my mom's doing that now with my brother. She was like, my brother's 14 playing with 16-year-olds. And she's like, I'd hate for Johan to play with good 14-year-olds. He's big enough. I'd rather Johan play with shitty 16-year-olds than play with good 14-year-olds. Because even if he's playing with shitty 16-year-olds, he's already above, or he should be above where his age group is at.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're one of those guys like, I just the luck of the draw, I'm in the G League. At least playing is playing.
Yeah.
But if you're just sitting on the bench, you get to practice.
Because like if I'm doing sports, like for me, it's like because I love to do it.
Yeah.
So like I'm not going to sit there. Man, this is great. You gonna get in? Nah.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
It's
nah.
a practice slot.
I gotta get in.
But I know you don't have much stick in the game, but like, would you rather be a second tier player and then every now and then you get caught up to play in the big leagues, or guaranteed roster spot, but you'll never play? You'll forever be a bench warmer in the big leagues.
Roster spot. I don't care about basketball, but I'll still get there.
No, that's why I didn't say basketball. I literally said tiers. I was like,
Yeah,
so this is whatever sport.
She was wanting to check.
Roster spot.
She was wanting to check.
Nah, man.
I can't be mad at that. I can't be.
Sometimes depending on who your agent, like you don't even get that much money being a bench player. You don't always get the millions, especially if you're undrafted. You don't always get the millions that you.
No, they only get the millions if you're like the veterans minimum.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
So like now you just literally get the namesake. Yeah, I'm a player on the Miami Heat, but people look you up. You don't have a minute play time. You average 0.2 points per game.
It's like every time like I'll be watching a game and then it's like we were like 45 games in and then like they put something like, who the hell is that?
Yeah. Where have you been?
Like I've never.
A lot of people follow the draft, but like they don't understand how like not even just basketball, like what goes on behind the scenes of the undrafted kids, people that like they have a certain amount of slots. They know going into any draft, they have a certain amount of slots they're allowed to draft and a certain amount of money they're allowed to sign off. But then they also, because there's also slots that they have to think about that is undrafted, trades,